I got to be honest, Joy. Josh Allen, he didn't show me anything, but he reminded me of a lot. He reminded me of just how good he is when he's locked in. I always question, man, does Josh Allen play down to his competition? It don't matter, because if you good, he bringing his A game. Josh Allen, 4 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. He has done that 7 times in his career now. 4 touchdowns, no picks. That's college numbers. It's like he playing a game on rookie versus little brother. I was offended because I was like, yo, the Dolphins were coming off of one of the greatest wins we have ever seen. And then the Bills just beat the Dolphins in one of the worst ways you could imagine. 28 points. Last week, the Dolphins pulled out their starters. This week, the Bills pulled out theirs. Dog.
Well.
NFL has a way of humbling you. Quick. And the Bills humbled the Dolphins in the worst way.
Quick and fast.
I mean, Josh Allen, when he's locked in, I don't think there's anybody better. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes is just as good, but Josh Allen, what he was doing throwing, what he was doing running, he said, hey, Dolphins, y'all sit down somewhere. Hey, that's cool, Acho. I know you like the Dolphins. Go ahead, you can sit down somewhere with them right there, too. So that's what I learned. But, Joy, what did Josh Allen prove to you?
I think he proves he and Stephon Diggs are absolutely fine. We can put that off-season narrative to rest. They're good. They're friends. They can still play well together. Still put up points. Stephon Diggs had himself a day. 6 for 120, 3 touchdowns. Josh Allen, 4 touchdowns. Perfect passer rating, 21 for 25.
And they sat out.
Ridiculous. But he didn't prove anything. We know that Josh Allen is great. You remember at the beginning of the season, Shady, when I was like, we're getting a little uncomfortable on the Bills bandwagon. Everyone's kind of ready to jump off. Remember that? I know Bills fans are mad at me today because I picked the Dolphins to win, but I said that. We're bailing a little early. The Bills still got it like that. Everybody just calm down. We're just getting a little Bills fatigue. We pick them to win every year, they disappoint us. So now there's got to be something wrong with the Bills. What's wrong with the Bills? No, they look fine. And on both sides of the ball. And that's a good team in the Dolphins.
Right.
They got some real issues on the defensive side of the ball that may end up being the thing that keeps them from being real contenders this year. We'll talk about that later. But the Bills with Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen are an elite team that are capable of beating other elite teams, and they are absolutely still contenders, which I know the season started off rough for the Bills and Josh Allen, but he shouldn't need to prove this week in and week out.
Do you pick the Dolphins?
Of course I picked the Dolphins.
You picked the Dolphins?
No question, Coach.
You picked the Bills?
I rock with the Bills.
Okay, you picked the Bills. I picked the Dolphins, right? So
Everybody did, but me.
This was a beatdown. But I'm not surprised at this at all. This is who Josh Allen is. Josh Allen, when he is locked in, right? Because when he's not locked in, he shows us a different Josh Allen. But when he is locked in, this is who Josh Allen is. I'm not surprised. We have Josh Allen in the MVP conversation every single year for a reason, because we've seen games like this, right? But we've also seen games the other way, like week 1. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I'm not surprised if I see week 1 Josh in the game, and I'm not surprised if I see week 4 Josh. That is who Josh is. I need to see Josh be more locked in, especially when he's playing the Tuas, when he's playing the Mahomes, when he's playing the big-time competition, the Joe Burrows that he's been losing to. When he's playing those guys, I need to see him locked in. This Josh Allen should not surprise anybody up here. Josh has been special in this league when he wants to be special and he's locked in. Josh has had some really bad games. But when he's locked in, I agree with you. He's one of the best quarterbacks out there when he is dialed in and locked in, especially what he can do with his arms and his legs.
I like that from you. I like
it's true.
I like when you speak like that about Josh. I like that. That's what I like about him, right? Because, and I hate to even do this, but no, I mean, I like you being honest, because he usually shades Josh Allen. But today, for some reason, he's giving credit. Anyway, what they proved to me? Nothing. When he threw 4 picks, I still say he's still one of the best quarterbacks in this league, top 3.
But that didn't surprise you neither, though.
Listen. They asked me about the kid, and I said, he's the same dude, right? He had a bad game. He presses sometimes. And if you watch him now, I think the difference is he's a little conscious of it, right? You could tell when things kind of break down, right? He's either going to run it or I'm going to check it down. I'm not really forcing it. And he's playing within the system. If you remember a couple years back when Patrick Mahomes played the Bengals in the AFC Championship game, he lost that game because he was pressing, trying to do too much. First half was lighting him up, trying to do the same thing in the second half instead of taking the gimmies. That's what Josh Allen is doing. And another thing they're doing, they're running the football. They're making it more balanced. It's a lot easier when you have help, right? When you got to go out there and score, pass, and run, it makes it difficult. But when you have some help, when you carrying a 70% of the offense and another 30% to running the ball, that's a recipe of winning. But he's telling me that he's the AFC champ. That's what he really taught me.
AFC or AFC East?
AFC East.
Okay,
like, this is still mine.
Yep.
So it's playing good.
Sure.
He's my young bull.
Yep.
And where I'm from, when you a young bull, you gotta waste your time up. Because all week,
That hurt my heart.
all week, y'all said, man, Tua is this, Tua is that. And the Dolphins, y'all picked them all to win. Y'all picked the Dolphins to
I
win,
don't
right?
like what you're saying.
I picked the Bills to win because I know what Josh Allen is.
Good pick.
Everything you're saying is right, which is why I don't like it. Objectively speaking, for me to do my job, Josh Allen did prove that Tua is not in his class.
Young bull.
Tua is 1-5 versus Josh Allen. Last 24 games, Josh Allen is 20-4. Tua is 17-7. Y'all know I ride for Tua harder than anybody on national television, but I got to do my job. Josh Allen did say, hey, there are levels and there are layers. I am not the Denver Broncos. So you can go put 70 on them, but when you come into my house, you got to take off your shoes. When you come into my house, put a coaster down before you put the cup down. When you come into my house, you better ask me where things are and you better put it back how you found it. When you come into my house, you got to act a certain way. So Josh Allen did remind me that there are levels and there are layers. I do think the Dolphins are on their way, but they not there yet. Hey, Mom, how far are we? Y'all still got a way to go. They still got a way to go.
I like that, Acho. Like, you want something to drink, you better ask. Don't go on my refrigerator.
So basically what you're saying now, he got a while before he take the crown from Josh. He got a while. He showed you that he got a while for that. Not just one win over Josh.
This was a great win. This is a great win. We got a lot of football left to play.
I mean, it was 20-48.
That's why.
They put 50 on us.
That's why.
And I will say this. And they got outcoached. And they got outcoached.
The defense is the question for me. They were the number one offense going into this game. The defense is the question for me with the Dolphins. We don't have enough time to break all this down, but they're still 1-1.
That's some turnovers.
I got a question for you real quick.
For 2-5?
Shady. Yeah. Because you touched on stuff. You said, because Josh was 21-25, 300 passing yards, and you touched on
Didn't
something.
play the whole game either.
No, but you touched on something really good. You said he's checking stuff down. He has help around him. They're running the football. They playing really good defense. And you gave him a lot of praise for that. And I'm just writing down, that's the same thing Dak doing.
No, it's not. No, it's not. The Bill. Let me say why. You asked me a question. Let me answer.
I'm asking you.
The way that the Bills are playing, right? They're winning because of Josh Allen. The way that the Cowboys are winning is because of the defense. Come on, man. This is me you talking to. Come on. I ain't just coming to see
the last 3 games.
Come on, man.
He didn't stumble here.
Yeah, come on, man. I don't know what talking to. You better bring that heat to talk to me.
Josh has not been turning the football over, and they've been playing really good defense.
Bro,
No.
he's throwing the ball all over the field.
They shut the Commanders down playing really good defense with some turnovers. And then they just shut the Dolphins down playing really good defense, and he's checking the football down, making the smart plays. That's the same thing.
You feel like Josh Allen is playing and Dak are playing at the same level right now?
They're playing the same. He may have a little bit more stats, but the way they are playing the game,
I'm officially done.
Checking the football down,
if I should,
that's how they playing.
They threw the ball one time over 20 yards. Like, I ain't about to play with him. You could play with him. You could joke with him. I ain't got time to joke.
It's on tape.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.